Man. Yes. How are you, man? So good to see you again. I know this is. I know. I normally people would see me in my chicken coop, which I. Okay, so I have a story to tell. We okay. Oh no. Well, wait a minute. Can they hear me? Because I can tell this story real quick. Well, all right. And then if you need to sound check whenever, go ahead. Do what you got to do. But I'm going to try and show you out of this the back window of my truck, which no, it doesn't work. It's not going to work. Um, anyway, we got more chickens. We got more chickens. And so I got kicked out of my chicken coop by the chickens. And so I have to make another chicken coop for myself. I have to make a third. I know I'm the most ridiculous person in the world for doing that, but I'm going to do it too. And I'm going to put the fan art back up, and it's going to be awesome. And it'll look just like the other one. So, but I haven't done it yet.
Guys, we got you. You got me now? Beautiful. I had the wrong track on. Oh, there's always something going wrong around here, Rob. It wouldn't be a Dan and Rob stream, hey?
Right.
Now we can see you. Yeah, beautiful. Sorry, what were you going to say, Rob?
No, I think you probably, because you have to spend so much time telling me how to turn my computer on every time, that it may make you not be able to get your own stuff lined up.
So how have you been, man, this last year? Funnily enough, the last time we spoke was December 12th, 2022.
That is amazing. Yeah.
Over a year ago, we were live.
I know that I've spoken to you separately, not on this, but I've spoken to you. You were in Hawaii and I was in Hawaii at the same time, and we weren't able to connect.
No, I landed basically when you left. It was the worst timing. You couldn't make it up. It was so unlucky. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, that kind of works out though, because I was a mess. I really enjoyed my time in Hawaii. Met some really awesome people at a convention there, as I always do each time I go to a convention. But I had been in Tombstone, Arizona the weekend before for what did we call that?
Tombstone Redemption.
Tombstone Redemption, yeah. And it was amazing and overwhelming in the best possible way. It was nonstop for like 12 hours each day we were there, and everybody just couldn't believe it. And also, it was overwhelming because we got to hang out together in person for the first time since we all wrapped on Red Dead Redemption 2. And that was so cool. We've been in touch, we've been very much stayed in touch, but we hadn't seen each other in person. So that was amazing. But I went from Indiana, which is East Coast time, to Tombstone, Arizona, which is West Coast time, meaning 3-hour time difference, back to Indiana, and then 2 days later back all the way to Hawaii, which is like a 6-hour time difference. So I didn't know which way was up when I was in Hawaii, and it's probably better that you didn't.
So in Australian terms, you were fucked.
Yeah. Yes, I was. I went to bed. I remember everybody had plans to go to dinner on the Saturday that we were in Honolulu, and the dinner was going to be at like 8, so maybe a little bit later than what normally, But I knew at 3:00 in the afternoon that there was no chance that I was nauseous. I was so tired. So,
I hate that feeling.
Oh my goodness. And of course I didn't want to miss because I was there with all kinds of fun, cool people, but
Yeah.
I went to bed at, probably 5 o'clock at night, woke up at 2 a.m, wide awake. But you know what? I think that's got to be something that everybody that goes to visit Hawaii, nobody's on that time zone. Nobody but Hawaii, I don't think. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm
No,
misspeaking.
pretty much, yeah. Especially not Australians, I'll tell you that.
Oh man, I imagine
Yeah.
for you,
It
but
was opposite ends, yeah.
wow,
We ended up we tried to push through the jet, so I think we landed early in the morning and we just stayed up until as far as we could. So I think we got to about 7 p.m. and crashed and I usually stay up till midnight. But yeah, 7 was I think, and then we just had a big sleep and probably woke up at 4 a.m. But yeah, I loved it, man. It was just a shame that in Hawaii they had all, Maui was getting hit as soon as I got there, and so that was a shame. And there was a
yeah.
bunch of people flooding into the main city there where we were, so it was busier than usual. But I still loved it. We explored the whole, the whole island basically, the main island. It
Yeah.
was fantastic. Loved it.
Well, I'm so glad that you got to see it. And the next time you're in the United States, I'm going to find a way to hang out in person.
We'll get there eventually. Are they going to do
One
that
day.
Tombstone Redemption every year, or what's the go with that? Is this just a one-time thing?
No, they're definitely doing it again. In fact, it's February. No, June 21st through the 23rd. It's not going to be in Tombstone this year, though. It's going to be in Deadwood. So
Where's that?
I think this year, Deadwood is in North Dakota.
Okay.
I think it's in one of the North Dakota or South Dakota. I don't know for sure, but I think this one is called Red Hills Redemption, and it's going to be. I just talked to Ken Palco, the guy who set up Tombstone Redemption and who is setting this one up, and he said, "You are the," because he said I need to get confirmation of who exactly is coming so I can start promoting and letting people know what's going on. And I said, I'm going to talk to Dan Allen today. I'm happy to say whatever you want about it if you want me to share things. And he said, well, you can be the first one to confirm that you'll be there. And so here I am confirming
Hey!
I will.
Nice.
And I know that so many other from the cast will be there. And sorry, Dan. So Ken said, you thought Tombstone was big. Just waiting to see what I got planned for this next one in Deadwood. So it's Tombstone is really an old tiny town, and they do have a lot of events there every year, but they don't have just a bunch of hotels and a bunch of lodging for people. So a lot of people that went to Tombstone Redemption had to stay an hour away.
Oh wow.
Yeah, wild.
How many people turned up in the end to that? Do you know?
They didn't they didn't sell any tickets, so there's not a way to know by like ticket sales. They just had several people counting people, and they would say, okay, so there's 10 people and now I've counted 100 people. I'm looking at 100 people right here. So if that's 100, then that's probably another 100. Anyway, they think it was somewhere between 8 and 10,000 people that were in town that aren't normally there.
Jeez.
They ran the town out of water. I mean, they ran it out of water, not just bottled water, but like the fire marshal came and said, if there's a fire, we've got a real big problem right now.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, it's everybody was completely overwhelmed. It was awesome. It was one of the coolest things. I'm telling you, one of the best weekends I've had that I can remember, honestly.
Was it emotional?
Yes, it was. I mean, meeting the fans, of course, that can always be emotional too, because, some people have really been affected by the game and the story of the game, or maybe they played with their family member who's no longer with us and they want to say thank you. And so that, a lot of that stuff can be pretty emotional because it's real. And it's, but, like I said before, I got to see my friends that I've been in touch with, but haven't been able to hug and share a laugh with in person for what would have been 5 years or whatever until then. And so it was pretty just like we just were all kind of slapping ourselves like, are we really here doing this? This is amazing. So anyway, anybody who's interested in going to Deadwood, I know that there will be as many, if not more, cast of Red Dead Redemption 2 there, and there's plenty of hotels and lodging. It's just a bigger place, so it can hold more people. It's going to be 3 days instead of 2. It's going to be better for a lot of reasons, but I hope it's a yearly thing. I hope so, but I don't know. So yeah.
I should try and get down there, eh?
Oh yeah. Yes, man. Yes.
Oh, so up there for me. Yeah, I should get up there.
Yeah.
I wonder what that flight's like. Now, Rob, I've asked you a lot of Red Dead questions over the years. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. Less Red Dead and more get to know Rob Wiethoff. How does that sound for you? Terrifying.
Yes. Everyone, just before we even get started, are you sure you want to do this? Just ask yourself that.
Well, firstly, I wanted to show you this video because I don't know if you've seen it before, right? I'm going to play it now for the audience. Let me know if you can hear this, guys.
An uncelebrated one for me is L.A. Noire. That did this motion cap face technology that actually would have been really bad for actors if that took off, so yay that didn't work financially. But as a game, it was about as cinematic and accurate to what Los Angeles
Can you hear this, guys?
in the 40s
Yep.
as anything.
Football Manager.
So have a listen to what Timothy has to say. Now, Rob can't hear this, by the way, guys.
I love Football Manager so much I can't play it.
I'll relay what he actually
NBA Live
says.
95. We just thought like
But
double
I
dribble.
think some
and all
of you
that
might
stuff.
not even
When
have
NBA
seen
Live
this clip.
95 came out, from the theme song that started to everything, was the first version of a realistic looking basketball game.
I and these are all
But the most
are all my favorite games.
But the most brilliant video game for me that is as cinematic as it is moving, as it is fun to play, is Red Dead Redemption. And I don't know who voices John Marston in that, but whoever did an incredible job. And that's a video game where one of the scenes is what I want to call it at the end. Like I was like weeping. I was playing the game and I was weeping. So that's a great game. But then also Call of Duty, all the like online RPGs. I was really big into. Call of Duty was probably like the game that I spent the most amount of time annoyingly prepubescent with the headset on, just yelling and screaming at people. And well, listen, you're 45 years old.
So basically, Rob, what he just said was whoever played John Marston, that guy is an absolute legend.
Oh, wow. That is crazy. I can't even imagine. I'm such a big fan of his. Wow. Thank you so much, Timothy.
And he's Wonka at the moment, which can you believe that?
I can believe that he is
An
anything.
uncelebrated one for
Really,
me is
I think
L.A.
he's
Noire
that talented.
That did this
So,
motion cap.
Anyway, I'll leave it down below for everyone. I'll send it to you after, Rob. It's I was just randomly scrolling through TikTok and to see one of the biggest actors in the world go, hey, that John Marston actor, he's fucking sensational. He made me cry. I was bawling my eyes out. It was just bizarre.
That is bizarre. That is. Thank you for sharing that with me. I feel 6 inches taller now. I thank you.
All right, Rob. So what I've got here is a selection of photos that you're going to have no idea what's behind them, right? This is the first one, which I've shown Rob off air, guys. But the others, he has no idea what's behind. But you have to tell us basically the story of the photo and what we're seeing here. So this one here, you're kissing an owl. Where the hell are you?
We were Scotland. That was Comic-Con Scotland, and I was there with Alex McKenna was there, Ben Davis was there, and Roger Clark. The four of us were there for a Comic-Con, and we all got in town the day before we needed to be there for the event, and we went and saw a really awesome castle And then we walked down, I think it's called something mile.
Something mile.
The something mile. It starts at a castle and it goes down this road to possibly another castle or a church or something.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. But anyway, along
You should be ashamed, Rob. Absolutely
I know.
ashamed.
The Royal Mile, I think, is what it was.
The Royal
Mile in
It is.
Scotland.
It is. You got it.
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
Give me a minute. You just gotta. Well, so anyway, as we're walking down, we see these people with these owls, and I noticed that they were letting people hold them, and so I thought, yeah, I'm definitely doing. An owl is my wife's favorite animal, and so part of it was I really want to do this, and then part of it I thought she would appreciate seeing a picture of me holding an owl.
Kissing one?
Yeah, he told me to kiss it.
Man, that's not the first instinct I'd have. Let me tell you.
I wouldn't have done it. I would not have done it. I mean, look at the talons on that thing too. That thing will scratch your face off. And I mean, they're held by people all day. So I had a feather in my right hand and I was petting the thing with a feather as I was holding it. And he said, okay, yeah. And I guess he recognized that the owl was comfortable enough with me that he thought it was safe for me to go ahead and kiss it. So I did.
By the way, guys, where are you tuning in from around the world? What country? I want to know. Let's just see the delay. Really cool. Oh, no. Oh, we're pretty quick, actually. There's not much delay. Florida, Norway, Australia, Netherlands, Scotland, UK, Romania, Texas, Seattle, Arizona, Sweden, Liverpool, Argentina, Turkey, Lithuania, India, Pakistan. How's that? Oh. Denmark.
Well, thank you all for hanging out.
Kentucky,
it's amazing.
Venezuela. Sometimes I reckon people just make up a random country.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not.
No, I think most of them are legit. Well, this one's not. Los Santos. That's from GTA. All right, Rob, ready? Next photo. I love the power that I have.
Oh my goodness. So that was me. What does it say? Friday on his shirt?
Yeah.
Is that
Fun Day?
Oh, man.
Oh no, Friday? Yeah, I think Friday.
I think it might say Friday. I used to make posts every Friday that would say, hey, it's Friday. Let's party. Let's hang out. Enjoy it. Don't forget. So I think that's my Friday guy. But you look at him. He's hanging out. Got his shorts on, ready to party. And
what were you doing? Just doing a little video, weren't you?
I think I was. Yeah, I did another video with a little finger guy that was announcing one of the conventions that Roger and I were headed to. And I don't know. Maybe I got a little too much time on my hands sometimes. Maybe I think maybe I find humor in ridiculous things, and so I guess I assume everybody else will jump on board with.
Sorry, your voice was ahead of your face then, so I was kind of tripping out from the lag. But you're all right. You're right. I think we're all good. Talk to me.
Yeah,
we're all good.
I am a ridiculous.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Now this was the first time we'd ever met. This is moments, but this is literally 5 seconds into the first time we'd ever met. How's that?
No kidding. Yeah. Believe it. I believe it, man. I love that. That is really, really.
Rob, you're so delayed.
And think about all the time. online, mainly with you playing.
No. Oh, guys, this is so funny. So delayed. Rob, you're delayed.
What my face?
Hold on, we'll get there. We'll get there. Talk to me. All right, give us 1 sec, guys. I'll be back in a second. I don't have any of this problem, but I love you too much. It's all good. All right, guys, we're back. Can you hear us? It may happen again. We will see. Nice song. Yeah, I just gave you a nice little song break.
This is 100% my fault. You'll know when you watch other videos with Dan. This doesn't happen. And I'm sorry. Professional.
All right. Hopefully we're right. Let's so yeah, where were we? This is the first time we ever met. I'm looking similar. Different backdrop, obviously, same room. And you're looking happier than ever. You had the longer hair back then.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to grow it out again right now. And I don't know if I don't like going to a barber shop. I don't like someone cutting my hair. I don't like the small talk. I just don't like it. I go through phases where I think, all right, I'm going to cut my hair short. I'm just going to do it. And I'm going to keep it short. And then I realize I don't want to go to a barber shop. So I let it grow long. And then I don't like that either. It's a wild deal with me. I don't know. You tell you what, though, one thing I did do today, I ordered. Am I on time here? Can you hear me? Is everything working?
Yeah.
Or is it?
I think so.
Is it messed up again? Okay. Well, so I ordered today a beard kit. Trying to grow a beard. Have no idea how to do it, but apparently there's like oils and beard brushes. And do you know about this, Dan? You got a beard.
Yeah. Well,
so
you
got like little sprays.
But yours is already looking luscious. What are you worried about?
Well, thank you. It's I don't like this gray right here, but what are you gonna do? I'm not gonna color it. It's the way it is. It's real. But I don't know how to do it. And I've got like every now and then just, pieces that are just on their own. And so I got to figure out a way to tame it.
How long have you ever had? Have you ever had it really long?
I think this is as long as it's ever been, honestly. And I know that it's not very long, but my beard doesn't grow. I think when it gets to this point, it doesn't necessarily grow down like this. It just gets really thick right here. So, I try to comb it out. It doesn't seem to like get any longer. I don't know what the deal is, but you could probably punch me in the face. I wouldn't even know it. Let's not try that. But my beard is like
I grew a level 10
I feel like this
beard in game just for you, Rob, from Liz.
Yeah, I guess I can grow a beard on a video game.
They reckon the chickens are messing with the Wi-Fi on your end. Do you reckon that's true?
Is it still really bad?
No, it's fine now. It'll probably duck in and out for everyone. You'll be right. We'll be right there. All right, Rob, next image. You ready?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what this is?
Oh, I've seen this.
Yeah.
I have seen. That is really wild, isn't it? It looks, I guess it's supposed to be a combination of John Marston and my actual face, right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's correct.
That's what I thought. Yeah. That is crazy looking, isn't it?
It looks kind of legit. It looks legit.
It kind of does. If John Marston and I had a baby, then There he is. And we'll name him
Joseph.
what do you Joseph. Yes.
No, hold on.
So, yeah.
Rob and John. What's Rob and John put together, guys? Come up with a name. Your son is beautiful, Rob.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jesus Marston.
Jesus. Look at him though. I mean, you know what?
Job it. Oh, Job. Ron. Oh,
Job.
Joseph Marston.
Jobber.
Rip Van Winkle.
Yeah.
Oh God, you guys are so funny.
Oh. No, but I have seen that. That is wild. I guess. See, I don't know. I think that they had the avatar of John. They knew what they wanted John to look like before they cast me to play John. I think that's the only thing I can. It's the only thing I can explain. Way to explain it, right? Because so many other characters, especially in 2, look like their character. It would be the same though for Bill, though. Bill and Dutch.
Should I play the video? Let me play it. So it shows off everyone.
Oh, right.
So there's Roger. That's you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ben and Dutch. See, yeah.
They'll look about. Yeah, look. That doesn't look that different. I mean,
no, it doesn't look that different, does it?
No, he's the
same anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
Peter.
So there you go. All right.
Wow.
Next photo. Drum roll, please.
Hey!
Robin Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis. Yeah.
Damn.
What a cool experience that was. That I will tell you a couple things. One, I learned never tell every person that you know that you're in a movie with Bruce Willis until you know for sure that you're not going to be in the alternate ending. Because that's exactly what happened here. Yeah. Had my entire family, everybody I knew went to the theater and watched this movie because they wanted to see me in it because I told them I was in it. And then it turned out that I was in the alternate ending. I'll never forget it. Lesson learned, I guess, right? But
oh no. So have I just created a sore point? Have I brought up a sore point?
No. Because I got a better story than that. That is actually another lesson for anybody who wants to be an actor. So
sorry, before you say that, the movie is 16 blocks. Is that what it's called?
Yes. Yes.
For people asking, 16 blocks. Go ahead, Rob.
16 blocks, yes. And I'm not in it, just so you know, unless you watch the alternate ending. See, I've learned. But so in between takes, and there were a couple different things that we shot during this day when we were there. And so Bruce Willis at one point was sitting on the steps in it's a big courthouse in New York. He had his shoe off. He's rubbing his foot. And I just was kind of in the area waiting for everything to happen. And he said, man, I've been walking around with this pebble in my shoe for 3 months or however long it had been that they were shooting this movie. And he said, I said, why? And he said, well, my character has a limp and I didn't want to have to think about it and I didn't want to forget. So I put a pebble and it hurts. And so I limp when I walk. And I thought, oh my goodness. And so my, smart ass, I didn't even think I guess I know that I was being a smart ass, but I said, it sounds like you might limp right now without the pebble in your shoe. And he gave me this look. He gave me the side eye, like, you don't need to talk to me about how I do my thing. But I thought, yeah, all right. Yeah, absolutely. But that is crazy, isn't it? I mean, he did that. He walked around with a rock in his shoe so he wouldn't forget to limp for the role. That's pretty cool, I think.
How long ago was this? 20 years?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it might be. I don't think it was quite 20. But yeah.
You look pretty different, man, I reckon.
Yeah, that might have been 20 years ago. Where does the time go, man? Seriously, where does it go? But
16 blocks. Let's have a look. 2006.
Yeah,
So, yeah, 17 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Different. I mean, that's a different person right there looking at me, remembering where I was in my life, was a bartender, single, LA. That's a different person than who I know now. I'm glad I had that life. I had a really good time, but it's amazing.
Apparently, you were method acting.
Well, the other guy that you can see his hands on Bruce's chest or whatever his arm.
Let me get him in the frame for you. There he
is. Okay. That guy was a real New York City police officer, and he normally would go to movies. Yeah. He would normally be the guy on movie sets that would tell actors who don't know what they're doing, this is how you actually hold your gun, and this is what you would say, and this is because if you do it, otherwise, then everyone's gonna recognize that you don't have any idea what you're doing. Just like I did in our first take for this. He and I see Bruce Willis walking down, out of that doorway that's behind us. And he makes this long walk down the middle of this kind of lobby of a courtroom area. And we both see him and know, we need to get him under control and in custody, whatever. So we run up to him and we're going, freeze, don't move, yelling and really trying to make sure that he's aware that we're coming for him. And I went running up to him with the gun. And then went to handcuff him. And I'm trying to get handcuffs and do all this stuff with a gun in my hand. And the guy was like, all right. That's not at all how you do it. So he taught me, 2 hands, do your thing, holster your weapon, then get your cuffs, then all that. And I thought, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. And I never got to see the footage of that first take, but I'm sure.
Well, it works. He's the experienced cop and you're kind of the not as experienced cop. Dynamic.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose.
So was that your only lines?
So my lines were, all that freeze, don't move. He and I were both yelling that, And then my one line in the whole thing was I check his pulse, and I don't want to spoilers. This movie's 17 years old, but spoilers. All right. He gets shot. Right. And I go up with that same other cop and I check his pulse and I say, no good. He's gone. And they cut that out too. Don't look for it. You'll never find it ever. But I'm sure that there's good reason for all that. I think the story actually is better with the other ending because I've seen it and I know the ending that I was in, what that told. And I know the other, and I think they made the right decision. They just didn't tell me that.
This is where you learn Deadeye.
That's right.
Oh,
that's right.
You guys are funny today. What are you guys? Is it because it's everyone's kind of on holidays or something? It's hilarious. Dumbledore dies. All right, next photo.
Oh yeah. That's the chicken coop, everybody. Okay, so behind me in this picture, what is that? Oh, that's the curtain hanging off the door, my makeshift curtain. So that chicken coop right there is where you can see in the door all the pictures and the fan art and stuff. That's where I used to do all the interviews like this. And if I would do cameos or whatever, I would usually do them inside there. But we got more chickens and I got kicked out. So I can't go in there right now because there are chickens in there. I could, but nobody wants to probably hear all that. Anyway, yeah, that I did a series of chicken coop building Instagram live videos. And it was really fun, actually. I mean, I don't know how much people enjoyed watching me build this chicken coop, but I really enjoyed it because I would have people come on. I would randomly select a name and hang out with whoever was on the other end and just see what, which really is potentially pretty dangerous because who knows?
That's very dangerous. My goodness. Oh my
but
goodness.
It all went well.
It never went bad, never went sour.
No, really, no. And actually there were some people that had some really interesting things to talk about.
That's cool.
And so, but yeah, I didn't know.
That was COVID, wasn't it? That was during COVID. No?
You know what? I think it was before COVID.
Really?
I don't think it was during COVID. I don't think it was. I think it was before. We'll have to look at the date. I mean, it's all still on my Instagram, I think. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool, man. It was enjoyable. And I was nervous every time. Like, all right, who's this? And I knew like I could just end it if I needed to, but no, it was really, really cool meeting people and talking to them about whatever. Had a couple people sing. Had a couple people. One of the questions I remember.
You remember?
One of the questions. Okay, so okay, I had this theory, right? And this is, hear me out. So, as far as dinosaurs go, we know what their bones look like because we found bones. We put them back together and we can say this is the skeleton of this dinosaur. It used to look like this. And then beyond the bones, though, there's no way to know what color they were. There's really no way to know whether they had skin or feathers. There's no way to know. We just have the bones. If they made sounds, there's no way to know what those sounds were. I mean, this is all real, right? There's no way to know. So I decided that it would be fun to hear what people thought a pterodactyl sounded like, because we know what Hollywood thinks they sound like. But what do you think they'd sound like? And everyone kind of that did it kind of made the same sound as what we hear in Hollywood, which makes sense, I guess. But anyway, that's
you gonna put it on for us now.
My what I think a pterodactyl sounded like,
yeah,
or what this other person did.
You
the other like the squawky, and I can't probably do it. What I think a pterodactyl probably said or sounded like, because there's no way to tell me that I'm wrong.
Yeah.
It flew around and was like, "What's up, everybody? Woo! Pterodactyl! What's happening? Why wouldn't it?"
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, Rob.
Yeah, no,
you've lost it.
Ridiculous.
No, you've lost it, mate. You've absolutely lost it.
But at the same time, nobody can say for sure that I'm wrong either. So let's just
I
run
can
with
tell
it.
you, you're definitely wrong. You're 100% wrong. But I tell you what, that's fucking funny. Oh, everyone's laughing. No, we can see the chat. I can see the chat, guys. Oh man, so funny.
So funny. Oh wow, yeah, but no, that was really, really cool, and I think it's still. If anybody's interested in knowing more about it, I think it's still on my Instagram.
Nicole here says, "Nice to see you both again, and Happy New Year." Thank you, Nicole. What are you doing for your New Year, Rob? Have you decided?
No, no, and I'm perfectly fine with that.
I like to chill. I honestly like to just chill at home with the family.
Yeah. And I did, at that time of my life when I was single and young, I loved New Year's. It was always fun to go out and party and hang out, and do it up. But I'm not that age anymore, so I'd like to hang out with my wife and enjoy whatever we got on TV and my kids. And
Cal says, will there be a Miller Lite in one hand?
Probably. I mean, if I'm being honest, yeah, probably will be. Yeah.
And a smoke in the other. If I know you well. Enough. Renee. Oh, but I don't know if we ever talked about this. I think last year I sent you an Australian gift pack.
Yes.
As a thank you, I sent you all these Australian goodies. And I think,
Yes.
what was the winner in the end? You like the Tim Tams, the chocolate biscuit type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. There was something that I opened and just kept, like, it never really, even the packaging never hit the table. It just was all of them in my hand, and gave one to Taylor, and she was like, "Oh yeah," and we just then they were gone, whatever it was. But really like the chicken salt that you gave me, like a shaker of chicken flavored salt. That's really, really good, whatever that seasoning is. And there were crackers that, are like chips, I think, that you set several bags of different,
Yeah.
I can't remember, chicken flavored. Here we have crackers called chicken and a biscuit or something like that, and it tasted very similar. So but they were very, yeah.
You didn't try? Did you try Vegemite?
Yeah, yes, I did try Vegemite, and I didn't love it. I grew up with it, I'm sure, and I'm sure it's great.
No, I hate it. I hate it.
That became something that I took it to work and would always be like, "Oh my god, yeah, you got to try this. You got to try it. Don't just just squirt it in your mouth. It's real."
That's bad. That's
it
a stitch
was
up.
bad.
That's a stitch up.
Yeah, people didn't like that much, but yeah, it was fun. I had fun with it, but that was great. Yeah, thank you so much for that.
Renee, bought one of your posters, Rob. Can't wait to get it. And thank you for putting so much love into everything for your fans.
Renee, thank you. The Streamly, we got a Streamly thing coming up. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Thank you so much. Yeah, awesome. Well, that'll be exciting. And thank you very much.
Will Rob be going to Black Hills Redemption? Yeah, we already mentioned that before. Yeah, Rob will be at the next one this coming year, middle of the year.
Yeah.
That'll be great. All right, next photo, Rob.
Oh, well, I remember that too. Look at that. Yeah, that is that was 10 years ago at least, if not 11 or 12, almost 12 years ago. But wow, yeah, that was in my old family room in our old house, and there were a couple guys that came from Polygon, and they did it's online, it's on YouTube.
It's the documentary of you finding John Marston. Yeah.
Finding John Marston, yeah. And they kept asking me questions, and I thought, I don't know what you're going to use and what you're not. But they realized that when I would talk about my family, I would start to get choked up. And then I would talk myself out of it and, just wrap up my answer, whatever, and then kind of look at them like, ask me something else. And they just kept going. They kept going and kept going. And finally I thought,
really?
Yeah.
Were you getting annoyed?
No, not annoyed. I was not annoyed. I guess because these guys had been at our house for the whole weekend, and they're walking around with cameras.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's really, really weird when you've got people in your house that you don't know. You know why they're there. I mean, you do know why they're there, but they're filming everything.
No, you don't know
do.
them. Yeah.
Right. And I thought, like, for a while I was trying to be entertaining, and then I thought, no, they don't want me to. They want me to pretend like they're not here. I get that now. All right. So then, of course, it's like try to act natural in your own house with strangers videotaping you. But believe it or not, at a certain point, you kind of do get used to it. And that's when it gets dangerous, because then you actually do start being yourself. And nobody wants to see that, right? You know what I mean? Like, okay, I can laugh at myself, whatever. I thank God that I can laugh at myself, but there were things that I was doing that they didn't put in that documentary or whatever you want to call it. Thank God, because whatever. just stupid stuff, But so the end of the weekend, they wrapped it up with this kind of sit down. We're going to ask you some questions, whatever. And they kept asking me, and I promise you, I wasn't annoyed at all. I just didn't want to get emotional, and I don't know why. I mean, it's natural, but I think I'm a crier. I just am. It's not because I'm sad. It's because I'm happy. But for some reason, when I get really happy, I cry, and I don't know how to not do it. So it was all basically talking about how much I appreciate my family and the support they've always given me, and how lucky I am to have them. And I got all choked up. And so that's think
basically
right before.
Right before you choke up. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. I remember that too. Daggone it.
What the hell are you doing here?
So something about seals, because Taylor and I, this was during COVID, we decided that we were going to try to brighten people's days by making a video every day of, if you look at the calendar, excuse me, it'll say today is International whatever day, or it's National Pancake Day, or it's whatever, So if you look that up, you'll probably find several things. Anyway, we would pick one each day and make a video of it. And I was pretending to be a dolphin bouncing a ball and doing like the flipper thing backwards.
My God.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I want to tell you something. I know that I've gone way, way overboard in the opposite direction, but I've seen people my age pretend like they're young and cool. And I promise you, I don't want to be that guy. I'm not, like I said, I know that I've gone probably way overboard in the opposite direction from that, but you're going to know me, I guess. There's
People
no
are calling you the Pennywise.
No.
It, the clown, the Pennywise the clown from It. This is your rendition.
Yeah.
Oh man, so good. All right, couple more. Why the hell are you two? So it's your lovely wife, but why the hell are you holding this jar of pickles? Why do you look so happy about it as well?
Well, I know that I remember that was New Year's. That was a New Year's Eve picture.
God, you got a good memory. Shit.
Well, because those pickles, I don't know if I can't read it. It's backwards and it's too small, but
smoky.
Those pickles have moonshine in them.
Oh, moonshine.
Yeah. And so you eat those pickles and it's like drinking moonshine. And so wow. I think we both took a bite off of the same pickle and we're kind of like,
that's enough.
Yeah, that's definitely got moonshine in it. And no, thank you. So I think we even gave him back to the person who bought it for us.
Oh my!
Which is terrible, but I don't, like they got them on vacation and we're like, yeah, we thought you guys would love these, and we were like, yeah, we don't. So you can have them back if you want, because they loved them. So
apparently, women love pickles, according to this chat.
Yeah. Get moonshine pickles. You might like moonshine pickles though.
Get your heads out of the gutter, guys. Forget Pickle Rick. It's Pickle Rob. Oh, man. For some reason, I found this photo so funny. Don't ask me why. All right. You have to explain this one. You have to.
Oh, man.
What a great photo. Man.
I tell you. That was one of the funnest weekends I've had in a long time too. So, all right, you've got from my perspective, all right, I'm the guy on the left, right, of this picture. And then you've got Ned Luke, and then you got Nolan North, and then you got Solo. And this was 3 weeks ago at we went to the Arizona Cardinals football game, and the next day we went to a children's hospital for a charity event. So it was something that was a first time event that the NFL is trying to get going, where you get actors from video games or cartoon voices from cartoons in this. So Caitlin, let me see, I wrote down her name, Rob Rock. I knew Caitlin, but Rob Rock is her last name. She's the voice of Minnie Mouse. She was there this weekend too, but she wasn't in this picture. But so, you know, we could go to the children's hospital and meet these kids who might recognize our voice, might brighten their day, whatever. But also, apparently, a lot of gamers, a lot of NFL players are also big gamers. So it was such a cool weekend. We went to the game, and then after the game, got to go down to right outside the locker room where they had an area with a bunch of tables, but all of the players' family and friends that they had invited to the games, and the players came out, and we got to meet them and talk to them just for a short amount of time. But it was amazing. These guys are giant. It's just the strongest, biggest looking people. And I thought, there's no way. I always wanted to play in the NFL. I always did. I thought, yeah, I loved it. I loved football. And I mean, I played in high school, and I wasn't the best player on the team or anything like that. I just really enjoyed it. Of course, you know, always, even now, a small part of me thought I could be out there. Just the dream just never really has left, right? And so now, not only did I see how much bigger these guys are standing next to them, you know what I mean? But also how young they are. They're children. They're 20, they're 22, 23 years old. And so yeah, I would never be able to stand on the same field with them. Of course not. But I guess my dream now of being an NFL player is over. I realize that's not going to happen in my life, but it took this weekend to really shake it out of me.
So you got John Marston, Michael from GTA, Nathan Drake from Uncharted, and Franklin from GTA in one picture. 4 icons in the gaming world. You don't get these photos very, very often, I tell you what.
And those guys are all so cool and so fun. They're so fun. And I I really enjoyed. So Nolan's son, Jarrett, lives in Arizona, lives in Phoenix, happened to work out really well. He ended up staying at his son's apartment instead of staying in the hotel where Ned and Solo and a couple other people that were there with us stayed. So he wasn't part of this, but this place that we stayed was a casino in Phoenix. And so Ned and another one of the guys, his name's Jeff Zanini. He's the one that actually organized the whole thing. And he's our booking agent for the conventions that we all go to, the Comic-Con things and stuff. The three of us sat down at a blackjack table. Solo was in the casino, met up with us later, but his cousin lives in Phoenix, so he was hanging out with him. But we had the most fun playing blackjack, just small bet table. It was like the minimum, I think, was, you know, we were all comfortable with it, and nobody was there to make a bunch of money or lose a bunch of money. We were just having fun. And I gotta tell you, Ned is always really funny too. Like I promise you, they all are. They're just all big personality people, you know, and fun to be around. But we're playing blackjack, and for whatever reason, Ned kept getting these hands where he would have to hit several times. I mean, just to even have a chance against, you know, the cards that he was dealt. Or he would have situations where it would make sense for him to split, and then maybe even split again and other stuff. And he just, I couldn't believe how many times the cards would fall in that way for him. But he started doing this thing where he would say, like, he knew he had to do it, you know, and he was like, ugh. every time. You're gonna make me do this every time. You know, and he's laughing and saying this to the dealer who knows exactly who he is. You know what I mean? The pit boss is over there laughing, like thinking that Ned is performing because he's acting a lot like his character would in GTA. But he came up with this saying where he would have to split again or whatever, and every time he would do it, he didn't necessarily feel completely comfortable with it. But everybody watching was like, you got to do it. So he would go, big dog. He'd grab chips. Big balls. And I promise you, I heard him say it 15 times. And it was.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh my
What
gosh,
a legend,
it was
man.
so fun. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So what a great time. And then, then talking to Solo, I had never met him until this weekend, but he and I got a chance to kind of hang out that morning before we went to the children's hospital, and I got to know him just one-on-one talking. And I said to him, man, you should really write a book. And he said, I did. And it's on Amazon. You can buy it. And so I immediately on Amazon and I bought it. But I thought, oh my God, yeah, you really should. Your life is amazing.
It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man.
Fascinating.
But how many times do you say that? Like you should really write a book. I did.
I think you should write a book, actually.
Oh shoot. Well, thank you for saying that.
Have you ever thought about that?
No, what would I say? I don't know.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What would you say?
I just don't know what I guess I don't know, honestly. It would be great if people want one, let me know. I'll come up with something. But no, I have not ever really thought about it. There's a lot of really, really interesting people out there that should write a book before I should. I can promise you that.
Someone, Stormy says chicken book. It should be about chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Revenge of the Chickens. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Chicken coops.
Last photo, Rob.
Yes. I know exactly what this was. That was the playthrough that you so generously spent your time and effort doing. It was so cool. I've never played all the way through Red Dead Redemption, any part of it. Undead Nightmare, Red Dead Redemption 2. I played some of each of them, but you guys have got to check this out where Dan plays. He figures out how to get everything set up where he can stream himself playing and interview me at the same time and answer your questions and have things lined up for if there's a dull moment. It was amazing. And I still don't know how you did it, but that is from when we did that. And that was so cool. You played through the whole game and I got to sit there and watch you do it. And it was awesome. Thank you again for doing it.
Has anyone come up to you about that in the cons you've done? Has anyone mentioned it?
Yeah, definitely. They enjoyed it, really enjoyed hanging out. And I said, yeah. And it's just me trying to express to people. And I just kind of did, but I don't know, like, what, because you've told me before, but there's like a 14-hour time difference between us or something crazy like that. So if it's 11 a.m. for me, it's like 4 in the morning, something crazy for you, whatever the math would be. But you did that, all of that, and you did it in the middle of the night because it was more convenient for me to just be on my regular time schedule. It's unbelievable what you did to make that happen. And please, everyone who hasn't seen it, please check it out. It's amazing.
Hey, it's consistently getting views ever since we did it. And obviously, because of the remaster, we haven't talked about that, but the game got remastered for, was it PS4 or everything? Only a couple of months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't long ago. And I think it was for, would it make sense to say it was for Switch?
Yeah, Switch you can play it on Switch now. Yeah.
It's on Switch and it's on, I don't know. but I'm sure that if you look up remaster, you can find out real quick where it is and how to get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, for all those of you who have never played Red Dead Redemption, you played Red Dead 2, but you don't know. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a prequel to Red Dead Redemption. So it's basically extending your experience from Red Dead Redemption 2.
Rob, you
with
can
some
put the
difference.
heater on, by the way, if you're freezing your ass off in there.
No. I'm good. It's
You sure?
it's yeah,
All right.
it's good. I haven't opened the window. So it's hot in there.
All right.
Thank
I'm
you.
making sure. All right, now GTA 6, Rob.
Yeah.
What did you think of this trailer? I mean, I thought it looked absolutely sensational.
It's pretty exciting, isn't it? It's so, I mean, like looking at this, you can tell, like, yeah, okay, this is awesome. This is a really, really detailed video game. And you could just tell, right? Especially if you're someone who's looked at video games, you're like, yeah, I get it. This is what they look like. And you get so excited about everything that you're seeing. But then for me, when I would watch people break it down, like there was one I just watched that said 90 things that we learned from this trailer. And you watch people comparing like parts of this trailer to this is where they got it, like maybe these guys are different clips that are parodies of news stories that were actually real.
Yeah, like the Florida Joker guy.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But it's like looking
This
at
guy.
some of the stuff when it's all split up like that, you can't tell which one's real and which one's from the video game. I don't know when this comes out. I don't know, like
2025.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are we gonna differentiate seriously what is a video game and what is it's gonna look that real? I'm blown away by it. I mean, I guess.
Rob, have you called them up to let them know that you want in?
That I want in on GTA 6?
Yeah, you want a character.
Oh no! You know what? It's in fact, the other thing too. Like I was just with Ned Luke and Solo, and we were talking about this trailer. And
oh wow!
Of course, I want to know if they're in it. But I guess I know better to even ask. I just know that I'm putting them in a horrible position either way.
Yeah.
Whether they are in it or they're not. I just thought I'm just not even going to ask as much as I want to know. I'm as big a fan as anybody is, right? I'm excited about this stuff. But, it's really exciting. And obviously, 181 million views or something crazy like that. I mean,
it's already eclipsed. Just to give you an idea, guys, the trailer has eclipsed Avengers Endgame trailer already, and that came out 4 years ago, and that was like the biggest movie ever, basically. I mean,
yeah, and
this has already eclipsed it in 3 weeks.
It's crazy.
It's pretty crazy. It's pretty nuts. I think it did a record. I'm pretty sure it was the first trailer, quickest trailer to 100 million views ever, or something like that. Yeah, it broke records, Guinness World Records. So
yeah, people are ready. That's exciting. And the cool thing is you're not going to be let down too. I mean, we've been through this so many times before, you know what I mean? It's they do it right. Pretty awesome.
Hey Rob, I just wanted to say I loved your performance in Red Dead, and you've really helped me a lot over the years. I cannot thank you enough. Love you, man. From Evie.
Oh, well, thank you for saying that. Thank you. I'm glad that somehow I was able to help you. That's really cool to hear, and I hope you're doing well. Thank you.
Rob, so what would your advice be to the main actors of GTA 6? We obviously don't know who they are, or they're not officially confirmed. People have already, I think, found out. But anyway, what would your advice be to these two, the actors who are what are they getting themselves into, man? My goodness.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh.
I guess just I honestly I had no idea when I was working on Red Dead Redemption. They were like, you know that this is a bigger because I'm not a gamer, and they knew that at this point. They were like, this is a bigger deal than you're probably aware of, right? And I'm like, I guess maybe I believe you if you say so. But they were saying, you know, like people are going to change their social media profiles to your name, and you're going to have to like deal with that. Right? You're ready for that, right? I'm like, no, they won't. And they really didn't. Nothing from Red Dead Redemption really blew up the way that it did in Red Dead Redemption 2. But I would say, you know, the negative things that happen, whatever. I mean, okay, for me, luckily, it hasn't been anything really crazy or really difficult to kind of fix. You know, there have been people that have pretended to be me that have said things where I thought, I guess it's a compliment that you want to do that, but you got to be your own person and be proud of yourself and do your own thing. And that's how I've tried to explain to people, don't do that. It's not cool. But I think that there are so many more positives that these actors are going to experience because of this really, really cool opportunity that they've been given. And I want them to not take it for granted. It is, we are the luckiest people. I mean, we're playing characters in video games, and anything that we say, or you know, it can be manipulated by the technology that is used to create these things. So they can kind of use anyone to do the roles that we do. And we're so fortunate to have been able to have the experience of working on the game with amazing people, and then afterwards, you know, getting to meet fans face to face. Don't ever, ever, ever take that for granted. It is amazing, and we are so lucky to be able to enjoy it. That's what I would say.
And their lives are going to change forever, aren't they? I mean, then it's never going to be the same again. I mean, your life hasn't been the same since Red Dead, has it?
No, it hasn't. And thankfully it's been it's changed for a lot of really positive. Yeah. So yeah, you know, we're very fortunate. There's no way around it. Don't ever forget that. That would be the biggest thing I would ever say to someone.
What about dealing with like the side of it where you're now kind of famous?
I mean, it's very rare. I mean, if I go somewhere for a convention, there might be someone outside of the convention who recognizes me, but they're probably aware that there's a convention in town and they're excited about it and who's going to be there. It's not like I go places and people just say, "You're the guy." I mean, that just doesn't happen. So, for me, I don't think it's probably not like people might assume that it is. It's just not. For you, I mean, so for you are doing your thing, and it's your face, and people, I'm sure, recognize you, and you've had to learn to deal with that. But for me, and also I live in a small town where I know a lot of people because I grew up here. And so if I run into someone at, you know, the store or whatever, and they say, hey, I'd like to introduce you to my son. He's a big fan of Red Dead. And hey, this is the guy that played that game that you played. This is the guy. And the kid always looks at me kind of like, no, it's not him. Because I don't look just like him, you know what I mean? But it's wild, you know. But it's
yeah, okay.
It's just
yeah, I guess it's different for you because it's not the likeness. I guess these guys, I think it might be the likeness of the characters as well. Yeah.
They might look just like their characters, like a lot of people from Red Dead 2.
But your voice is so distinct. Like, no, I've never heard a voice like yours ever.
Well,
so That's another
Yeah.
thing. I know you've been recognized for your voice a few times, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So where was I recently? I was at Chipotle. This past week, and I know this is just like something that I promise you it never happens, but it did just happen. And I got up to pay, and this guy said, "This one's on the house." And I looked at him and I said,
that's cool.
"What?" I genuinely though I said, "Why?" Because I thought this doesn't happen. And he said, I know who you are. I'm a big fan. I heard your voice. I thought it was you, and then I heard your voice, and I knew it was you. And I think he was the manager of the Chipotle or whatever. But so that was really cool, and I thanked him, and I gave a big tip in the tip jar. But I asked him why, because I'm not used to it, because it doesn't happen, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? But
I love how you still say why.
yeah,
So funny.
but I just thought like, oh, it must be the 100th customer of the day or something. Cool, right on. You know.
A very happy New Year to you both. Thanks for all the memories that were made. See you at Black Hills. The favorite,
Awesome.
Jez Kitty. We love her.
Yes, and I can't wait to see you there. I'm sure that it's going to be a bundle of laughs, as it always is when I see you. But so Jez Kitty, I met her doing that chicken coop that we talked about, the pictures and how I randomly pick people. She was one of the people that I picked, and we've been in touch ever since. And I'm telling you, it was really cool. Yeah.
Great artwork. She did some artwork for us. Pretty sure I commissioned to do some artwork for us for that that playthrough.
Yeah, she's an amazing artist, and anyone else can reach out to her, and she'll be happy to create art for anyone.
Rob and Dan, do you think people should play Red Dead and Red Dead 2 in chronological order or order of release?
Well, do you want to answer first, or do you want me to?
You go.
Well, so I will say that maybe you want to play. It's tough. Okay, so one thing that's definitely gonna be noticeable is the clarity. Like I just was talking about GTA 6, how it looks real, like real life. So the graphics, I guess, are far advanced in Red Dead Redemption 2 compared to where they were in Red Dead Redemption. However, it's not terrible, but it's different. So
are you calling your game terrible graphics right now?
Well, I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm just saying it's not nearly as good.
No, they're not. Let's be honest. Yeah, but there is like an 8-year difference, isn't there? So
yeah.
So from that perspective, yeah.
But yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I kind of think order of release. I kind of think order of release. I'm one of those people. But if you did it the other way, it wouldn't. You'd still get the same amount of enjoyment, I think. You know, you might pick up on some different things, but yeah, I don't think it matters really. Whatever way you want to go about it.
Yeah. You're in for a really great story in both games. There's no doubt about that. I mean, so whatever. You can't lose, maybe.
Man, I can't stop replaying Red Dead and Red Dead 2. Thank you and the rest of the team for the amazing experience. I'll never forget it or take it for granted. Rob. Fantastic.
Well, so glad you enjoyed it, and I'm sure everyone else is too. I'm telling you, we're so fortunate. We all really enjoyed the process of the work that we did as actors on the game. Of course, everyone else that makes a video game spent years longer than we did working on it and made it look the way that it does, and the story, what it is, and all that good stuff. But I can say, as far as the actors go, we loved every second of the production of it, and of course, have loved every second of everything that's happened since it came out. So Glad you enjoyed it too. Thank you.
Undead Nightmare playthrough when? Rob and Dan.
Oh,
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. You never know. You never know
Yeah.
what's around the corner. Do you, Rob?
never. No. I mean, look, there's that's a big commitment. And I'm not saying that from my perspective. But I think that would be asking a whole lot of Dan. I'm telling you, watch the Red Dead playthrough and just really think about what all he's doing to make that happen.
Do you want to
And I
know
could
what's
never
a big
ask-
commitment, Rob? Red Dead 2
What?
playthrough. That would be a
Oh,
big
my goodness.
commitment. Now that would be a big commitment.
Ooh.
I'm surprised Roger hasn't done that yet, because he's a gamer. He could easily set that up. Why do you think he hasn't done it?
I don't know. I don't know. He has talked about doing it. I don't know. I know that there are, so like GTA guys are doing it right now. I think
Ned's doing it. He's doing great. He's doing fantastic.
Yeah. And is Solo doing it too? Is he?
Yeah,
actually
I think he's starting to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that's has something to do. I have no idea. I haven't talked to him about why he's not done it. But I do know that he's talked about, at some point I want to do that. It'll be cool and fun. So, but I don't know when. I can't promise you he'll do it because it's not me.
If the GTA 6 actors did it, my goodness me, would they have a lot of people watching that? Jeez, man.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way for anyone to know unless they're gamers themselves, right? Unless they're they would have no idea what this is. I mean, I sat and watched videos on Ned's phone from when he and Solo and I'm so sorry, what's it, Stephen
Ogg, yeah.
When they were all in Brazil or somewhere that they had gone, and it was a giant warehouse full of people that were there only for them. I don't think there were any other guests. It was like a Tombstone Redemption, but it was a GTA 5 thing in Brazil. And it's amazing. You have no idea what you're part of until you see it, and it just slaps you right in the face. Rockstar. They're so good. That's what happens, you know?
Have you noticed any new fans come through since the remaster?
I guess I don't know if I have or not. I've been really, I guess I would know maybe based off of Instagram or TikTok followers or whatever, maybe, right?
But you don't even pay attention to that, do you? So you wouldn't know.
Well, not anymore. I mean, I did for a while, and I thought it doesn't matter. I mean, who cares? I'm lucky to have people that are interested, and then I do something ridiculous, and then. But maybe there have been more people that have been following. Maybe not. I don't know. I guess I don't know, and I don't know that I really care. I don't know. I hope it works out the best for Rockstar as possible. But I'm telling you, I could not possibly ask for more. So, it's just enjoying it, you know.
Couple more guys before we let Rob go. Thank you again, Rob, for your gracious time. First ever 3-time guest on the show. What a pleasure. We were going to do this for episode 200 of my show, but I couldn't wait, Rob. I think this has to be an annual thing, and I thought I've got to get Rob on every year until one of us dies. So
well, we got
I
here.
Snuck you in on the 31st of December in Australia. Hey, Rob, just need you to know how much Red Dead means to me. It's moved me, and it was so much fun. It's meant so much to me, and I've connected with my siblings thanks to it, and thanks to you, Rob.
That is so cool. I love hearing that. I love it. it's yeah, we don't always know how to communicate with the people that are closest to us, and if we have a way like this, then that's awesome, and I'm so happy that you found it. So thank you for your kind words, and I'm so glad you've enjoyed it.
Hey, I wanted to ask you, Rob, have you ever had I know people ask for your autograph all the time. Have you ever asked for someone else's autograph?
Yeah. It's been a while, I guess, since I have, but it's I mean, like, of course, I don't know why I didn't just ask Ned and Solo and Nolan. I don't know. I guess maybe because I think I'm going to see you guys again, and someday I would really like to have that, just to have it, But I know that growing up, I got athletes' autographs because that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be an Indiana University basketball player. I wanted to be a football star. I wanted all that. So if I ever saw athletes, I'd definitely ask them for their autograph. John Mellencamp, I got his autograph when I was young. He's John Mellencamp from the small town. I grew up in the same town that John Mellencamp made famous, I guess. And after that, I don't know. I guess probably there weren't, when I was growing up though, there weren't Comic-Cons. They just didn't exist. So it may have been a very different story if that stuff was something that people did when I was that age, or if there were Comic-Cons, I knew nothing about it.
Yeah, 100%. Different time. I've just 100%ed Red Dead 2 13 times.
Wow.
Are you okay? Are you all right? No, it's a great game. I don't blame you. John Marston has ruined my life. Lol.
Oh.
For the good, I think. That's funny.
Is that it? That's all it's...
I mean,
No.
yeah. It's a contrast.
Wow.
John Marston's ruined your life, but 13 times you've completed it. So, yeah.
Well, I tell you what might be helpful, and I know that John Marston certainly is not all of Red Dead Redemption 2 by any means, but it might, if John Marston has ruined your life, stop playing the game that he's in. Or walk away from it, man. Just walk away. Walk away and do not play the epilogue. Do not let that happen to yourself, man. I don't know. But enjoy the game. But just do not.
Rob, you make me laugh, man. God, you're funny. Love keeping up with the little stories on Instagram, Rob. What little story?
Hey.
What stories am I missing?
I mean, I guess the stories, right? I really like to repost art that people share and tag me in if they've drawn a picture of John or whatever, painted or cosplayed or whatever. I love to share that stuff. But then I don't know what posts I make, like as an actual post. Most of those are, at least more recently, are talking about the Streamily that we're about to all do, or a convention that I'm going to, or something like that. I haven't been as creative.
Yes, we need creative Rob back. Come on, Rob.
Gotta
we
come
need
back.
him back.
Well, so yeah, this Streamily thing, I usually try to get pretty creative on telling people where they can find the link, which I will do. I'm not going to tell you where it is right now. I'll do that through Instagram.
We have an update, by the way, from the cocktail who said John Marston ruined her life. You don't walk away from John, lol, is the update.
Wait a minute. Her name is Cocktail?
Yeah.
Cocktail like 331 or something?
Yep.
I know her. I know you. And John Marston has not ruined your life. I know you, Rachel.
Oh, Rachel. You've been
awesome.
caught.
Rachel is one of the coolest, and I'm glad you explained that. And I'm glad I know who it is that I'm talking to. But Rachel has always been very cool. And Rachel has her own Rachel, please, because I don't know what it's called, but please share on here your username for your artwork, which is amazing and something I knew nothing about until I saw it through you. She creates really amazing artwork through and I don't know how to say this without, I don't want to be disrespected because it's beautiful. It really is. But it'll be like a giant spider that she's found, or a butterfly, or some kind of an animal that she's found that is dead. But there's art made out of. You'll have to please share, Rachel. Seriously, please share that so people can see what it is. I don't want to disservice your really cool art by not knowing how to explain it, but it's awesome. Anyway, Rachel, walk away, Rachel.
Someone said Dan and Rob should have their own podcast. Well, we do once a year. It's once a year.
Once a year.
Yeah. It's just a podcast that happens once a year. You know?
Yeah.
So, no, thank you again, Rob. I appreciate your time today, mate. And
Man.
it's great to talk to you again, mate.
It's really cool to catch up with you two, man. And Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Ring it in right, however that looks to you. I hope you enjoy it. And let's hopefully, what did we say? It's June 21st through 23rd. So if you want to meet all of the Red Dead people, they're going to be there at once. They would love to have you, Dan, I'm sure. It's a long way for you, but
I'm not going to make any promises, but let's hope we can get down there. What is it, North or South Dakota?
It's I don't know. And I should know. Deadwood, North Dakota. It's
South Dakota. Oh, this looks perfect for this. Oh yeah, this looks perfect. What a location. Fantastic. Oh, this is sick.
It's beautiful there. Yeah, it's really cool. So what Ken has told me, and I think he's got a great plan, is that he wants to do the different map locations that you find in Red Dead Redemption 2. So he's done Tombstone. He's now going to Deadwood, which is more, I guess, like the beginning of, we're not going to be there in the wintertime, but it's more like the beginning of Red Dead 2 when you're up in the mountains and there's snow on the ground. And he's got a lot of cool things planned. I'm sure that if anybody's interested, Dan Palco's got Tombstone Redemption, and he probably will have Deadwood Redemption or Red Hills Redemption. I forget what it's called exactly, but he'll have stuff all over social media letting you know where you can find out.
So he's going to do this. He's going to make this an event every year.
I think he really wants to. He's really busy. He's a really successful movie props maker.
Oh,
and
okay.
I mean, got an outstanding resume, and is probably, anybody needs any kind of a prop, they probably think of him first. So,
oh wow.
Yeah. And so COVID happened, and that changed production, and it changed a lot. Then the writer's strike happened, then the actor's strike, and that changed a whole lot of stuff for him. So he thought, I've got interest in this. I want to do it. He tried it. Tombstone Redemption happened, and now he's like, well, I think I can figure this out. I've figured it out. I think I can continue to do this for as long as we want to do it. So.
And also, Roger didn't come, did he?
No, he wasn't there.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't at Tombstone. So hopefully this will be a yearly thing, but I don't know. There's no promises. Could be that this is it. I don't know. I don't want to say that either.
Yeah. You don't know. We'll see how we go. Year by year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love to see Rob again. Legend from Dog Boy. Kim, you eat babies.
Great to have you. I'm so glad everybody that came by. to hang out. So happy to have you here.
Cocktail, you're the best. Love you both. Thank you for the plug, Rob. Happy New Year to both of you. See you at Deadwood.
Yes. It's going to be awesome.
Hey, Rob, I see Dan was lucky enough for you to turn up once again. Yes, I'm very lucky. Would like to say thanks for getting me through tough times, Justin.
Justin, right on, man. Hey, and I want to just, I'm glad that I was part of something that could help you. Of course, that's important for me to say, and I mean it. But I am not the lucky one. Dan has got so many awesome people on this, and I'm happy and very honored to be asked to come back as many times as I have, and I will always enjoy being here. So Dan is not the lucky one, but thank you.
Beautiful. Happy New Year, everybody. What a great way to round it out. Thank you very much, Rob. Appreciate it very much, mate. Guys, say bye to this legend. Follow him. He's got some creative content coming. Maybe a book. Maybe a chicken coop live. Who knows? I'm going to throw ideas at him. And let's see if it sticks.
Oh, man. Who knows? But, Dan, thank you so much for having me, man. And best wishes to you. I mean, you don't need any wishes. You're doing it. I'm happy for you. Keep on trucking, man.
Keep on trucking. And before we go, what's John got to say to Dan this time? Everybody, he's thinking the same line every time. He can't help but think you eat babies. He can't help but think about it.
And I think I've already done the two when he's skinning the animals. It wouldn't be very nice for me to say, but I'm going to say it to you anyway. When he's skinning animals, he goes, God, you stink. What do you eat?
Thanks,
That's
man.
not very...
Thanks, man. I'm wearing this nice cologne today, and you've given me that. Frick, yeah.
What a guy, right?
No.
Yeah.
Thank you,
what
man.
A guy. Hey,
Thank
man.
you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll see you next year when we do this again at some point. And Happy New Year, everyone. Take care.